lovely Monday afternoon. And, well, I am going to be cleaning up the head surface with just a Scotch-Brite pad, and we'll go from there. Although, I do need to change this to all comments. Top messages, no, all. There we go. So, alright. Let's get to work. And it's kind of cool that you can actually see all of this. So, basically all I'm doing here is just kind of scuffing this down, getting like the dirt and all that stuff off of it, so that this will have a smooth surface to seal to for the head gasket, right? Whew. There we go. Nobody's commented yet, but you know, it just takes a lot of elbow grease, you know, for this. Because the one thing is with the Scotch-Brite, it's not enough, like, it is abrasive enough to get the dirt and stuff like that and mud off of it, or like grease, I'd say, but not enough so that it damages the metal. Like, this won't fatigue the metal at all, so. So this might take me quite a while to get this all cleaned up properly. I might need to use a couple different Scotch-Brites on this head. There we go. Oh, there we go. Anything yet? No, not quite yet. Alright, well, you know, I'm just here. I'm vibing. I'm chilling. And it's nice because like this head is in good shape. It's uncracked. You know, don't have any issues with it leaking anything. So, hi everyone. How's it going? I see all the comments here. We see Shakila. We see Misla and Sylvia. There's Rozak and Sigma. Well, nice to see everybody here. Like I said, I am now. It'd be nice if I wasn't like bent over like this to do this, but we work with what we got, right? We work with what we got. What am I doing? I am cleaning up the head surface on my head for my car. Then, once I've done this, I'll be working on the block to clean that up, because it's vital that you get all the any of the grease, the dirt, anything like that free of this area. Now, this is a little concerning with some of this stuff here, so I might need to get like a brass wire brush to clean up those surfaces, because there's a bit of a carbon deposits. But beyond that, I am in Canada. Oh, and they got the Vibrator going down the alley now, so it might get a bit loud here in a moment. I might have to actually move. But all these carbon deposits. It was very, very annoying to clean up, but And then I'll have to obviously like get the air truck in here and clean all this out afterwards, but not the end of the world because like the Scotch Brite's falling apart in my hand as an example. So yeah. This is for my '81 Mustang, but what we're dealing with is actually an '82 Mustang right now. And oh, they got the grader coming down the alley, so I will move out of the way of that for a minute here. They're not taking too long with that, so. Is it night in England? There is an 8-hour time difference, so if I remember correctly, from depending on where you are in England. So yeah, actually, it would be about, let's see, 8 hours. I'd put it at about 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. So now we wait. Now we wait. Yeah, I might need to use more than one of these Scotch Brites because as you can see, it's already getting pretty beat up here, pretty dirty. But hey, it's all in good faith. It's gonna get loud here in a moment, but luckily it won't be for very long because the grader's just driving on by. I'm just making sure I'm not in his way. See? Oh, that is excellent. That makes me so happy, honestly, that they're doing this. So, I can get a couple of things in before I have to move again. So. Go. Cleaning up that head surface as best I can. I don't even know who you are, so there's that. Hey, Square Buddy Guy, how's it going, man? Yeah, I'm just cleaning up the head surface here. Get a lot of the grease or whatever else off this thing. And I want to try and get some of these carbon deposits off too, so I'll have to get like a brass wire brush, I think. So I'll ask my neighbor if he's got one. Because I have wire brushes, but I think they're steel brushes, and I don't want to use a steel brush on here. Because like the brass will just clean this up really good. Like, to be honest, if I had like some CLR or something like that, it'd clean this up too. I know. Exhausting doing that, but that is just so nice. So nice to get this alley graded. There's been some massive potholes for months. They're finally fixing it. It's just like, yay! Makes me happy. Alright, that's a lot better than it was. That's cleaned up quite well, actually, so far. But my Scotch Brite's got it done. So I'm going to need to grab another one here really quick. So I'm going to go to do that. So I'll be right back for y'all. And yeah. coming back. There we go. Might need to pick up more Scotch-Brites, but yeah. So I am back. Get back over here, and let's continue on with Scotch-Briting the head. Getting pretty good so far. You know, just slowly but surely. Like, yes, would it be way better to get this done via just get the head skimmed at a machine shop? Yeah, but I can't afford that right now, so. Because otherwise I would. And like, in part of the head gasket surface is still on here, I think. So like, especially in like this area, and you can see the forged stamping in the head itself from the head gasket. Well, since they actually have that stamping there as well from the, not just from the head gasket, but I'm not sure. Let's see, okay, can I get these carbon deposits off? I mean, I know what I could do, because I could use like a degreaser to get some of that off. To be honest, it might actually work pretty well, but. These Scotch-Brites just destroy themselves on the head surface here. Doing this. Alright. That's clean enough for now. I will just cover it up, and then I'll get to work on actually doing the head here. Because now, is it done? No, not even close, but to be honest, I don't want to continue to move out of the way of the of what they're doing, you know, with the grading, so set it up. Alright, there we go. And then now, I will put you guys over here. Then I'll have to move my phone. Put that there. Oh, no, do not fall. Stupid thing. There, put it right there. Put the safe there. I'll move you guys a bit closer. Alright, so now I get to do the fun thing. Be very, very gentle with it. Of peeling up the old head gasket. There we go, just like that. And the old head gasket is now removed. Now, this head gasket would have eventually had to be replaced because, as you can see, there is a little bit of rust holes right here where that should just be the one hole in the middle and that's it. So, but beyond that, this head gasket was actually fine. Nothing really wrong with it. And it's cool because it was the original head gasket. You know, there's even like part numbers on it and stuff, and you can even see the original Ford stamping on it, right there. It's pretty neat, honestly. But don't need it though no more. Because I've got a newer head gasket, but I do want to check out how thick it is comparatively. You're not the only one that likes me working on cars. There's a lot of people that actually love to see this sort of content, to be honest. And just right now, people are just like busy or whatever else, and that's okay. Because it's actually a common sort of thing that I get of people asking me, like, hey, we want to see you do more videos of you working on cars and stuff. So, and which that's fine. I'm more than happy to do so. Surprised at the amount of carbon deposits that are on here. And then I'll need to get my attachment for my thing to go in here and drain out all the coolant that's in the oil passages right now. And I might just have to say screw it and oh, found a piece of head gasket. There we go. Just like that. You know what? I'm gonna go grab a paper towel and dry this all off really quick here. Grab the papier towels and let's dry the surface off to see if there's any more would brake clean help the clean deposits. Actually it might actually, but I'd have to go get some brake clean. Actually working really well on that. Surprisingly. There we go. Slowly but surely get there. Oh, is there another comment there? Sorry, trying to see all the comments. Oh, no. How many seats are there in India? What are you talking about? What? Talking about seats in India? I have no idea what you're talking about there, dude. I have no clue what you're talking about. Because also, like, something that'd be nice if I had a straight edge. To get this all nice and clean. Ooh. Yeah, and then obviously I'll get my vacuum cleaner and I'll vacuum out all of these bits. Like, granted, they burn up pretty quick with a Scotch-Brite in there, but prefer not to have that in my compression chamber. And then, yeah, I'll have to get the attachment for my wet vac as well. Oh, there we go. Right now, let's wipe that. Okay. Alright. So it's not looking too bad. Just taking a bit. However, I'm going to run the vacuum here and just vacuum out some of that stuff here. So give me a second. So it'll get a little loud because the vacuum runs, but alright. That's full of like water and coolant right now. That's fine. It's a wet vac. I don't have the filter in there for a reason, so. Oh, there we go. Go. Just like that. Alright. It's cleaner than it was. It still needs a bit more, obviously, but my Scotch Brite's just like falling apart, so I'm gonna need to do a bit more to it. Well, maybe you want to clean up this head? To be honest, it wasn't for cleaning purposes. What it was, well, let me show you. I need to grab the keys over here. I will show you the exact reason why I pulled the head. It has nothing to do with cleaning the head at all. Because trust me, if I wanted to actually do this and then clean the head, then what I would have actually done is try and save more money and get this all, like the whole engine like hot tank and stuff. But so, if you take a look, I'll take it off the stand here in a moment. Yeah, and actually I don't need to flip it. Cool. Well, I also need to vacuum that up too. So let me show you. So, if you see right here, there's a stud. Whoops. There you go. There is a stud right there that has been a pesky little bastard to get out. No matter what we do, no matter what we try, has not worked. We've tried drilling, we've tried welding, we've tried all the different stuff. Nothing has worked. So now we have it out, my buddy can get better access to it, and he's just going to do it for me. So, yeah. That's why. And it's been over a year of it snapped off like that. 6 of the 11 snapped, and we couldn't get the one out. So, and actually, I'm going to bring my vacuum cleaner over, and I'm going to vacuum that out too. Ooh. Vacuum cleaner's getting heavy. I'll have to empty it out. There we go. And now just that. There we go. That'll be okay for now. Whew. Damn, I am getting very exhausted working on these cars, to be honest. See, it's a lot of work, honestly. It's a lot of work. But we do what we do. Yeah, it definitely can be with those broken bolts, honestly. Definitely can be. But actually, I gotta reseal the motor here. Just so that no dirt and grease, oil, and everything gets back in there. So yeah, so eventually, you know, with this original steel head gasket rusting a little bit, which is, you know, right, you can see the holes here, right? There only needs to be this middle one. So the fact that it started to rust away, eventually that would have caused a problem. Eventually. Because that could have went all the way down to the combustion chamber and then rusted out there. And then I have a compression leak. So, yeah. But this is the original head gasket from the car. It's never been apart. And it's amazing. They were able to make these engines so reliable back in their day, so robust. And yet, engines nowadays, it's like you have to replace head gaskets every like 10 years in them, and they're made with poor quality, and it's just nuts to me. I don't understand why they do that. Because wouldn't you rather, I mean, I know like manufacturers want to sell more cars, and I get that. But why on earth would you want to make it so that people have to buy new cars every couple of years? You know? Like even like Kia and Hyundai, they have been having reliability issues for a very long time. And it makes zero sense. Like, just make your cars reliable, for fuck's sakes. Even like Toyota's having issues with reliability now, too. It's nuts to me. Just nuts. But that's how it goes. And actually, I want to... Okay, I want to plug my other phone back in. Now that I'm done with the vacuum cleaner. Shouldn't require its services for a bit. There we go. And then, there we go. Like so. That's at 28%. That's not too bad at all. Okay. There we go. All right, we're good. We are good. But yeah, no. So it's just one of these deals, with working on the cars and stuff, and it's fun. Like, I love what I do. I love my job as well, being a dyno tech. It's a lot of fun. My job is strapping cars down and figuring out how much power they make. It's great. It's great. So, and it's coming up. Come June, I'll be working the dyno just about every weekend, and there are times if I can hit, I won't be able to hit every single dyno day, but I'd love to hit the bulk of them. And I could actually make a good amount of money this year, hopefully. Because as well, like, we have, as an example, in 1 week, we have, like, one of the weeks in July, we have 3 dyno dates in 1 week, which is unheard of, to be honest, for us. We usually, if we do that, we usually it's only 2, not 3. But then we have like 5 in like 8 days or something. Like it's nuts, and it's awesome though. Love it. So I'm gonna be very exhausted, but it'll be very fulfilling work though. Very fulfilling work. Jeez. All right. Yeah, because as well, I might employ a friend of mine's help to say, hey, can you clean up the head surface a little better than I did? And clean up the block surface as well, because like I do have a new head gaskets, right? But wait, what? That is that name is hilarious, dude. How's it going from Central England? I am in Sundry, Alberta, Canada, so a long ways from you. It's nice to see how my channel actually, it gets broadcast around the world, and it's really cool to see, honestly. But, and then seeing different people's opinions on stuff, whatever else, can be neat too. Because, like, you guys over in England, you are more of, hey, let's get the most amount of power from the least amount of displacement. Where over here, we want the bigger displacement engines to make that power. And usually the vehicles here aren't quite as fuel efficient as they are over there too. It is insane. This is a 1981 Ford Mustang, but it's got an 85 nose on it. Right now, the head is off the car, and I've been working on it, slowly but surely. I'm not going to be, like, porting or anything like that on it, though. So, I'm just cleaning up the gasket surface. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing. But, yeah. Ugh. Just tired, though. Very tired. It's been a tiring few days. Because 2 days ago, I pulled the head off this. Yesterday, I drove out to Calgary to visit a friend of mine. And then today, I've just been outside for most of the day. So, working on the cars and stuff. So, yeah. I should do some yard work and stuff like that. Hey, Kevin. How's it going, man? Nice to see you, as always. How's it chilling? Are you chilling like a Magellan? You know? Are you vibing? Are you popping? Are you grooving? But yeah, this car is decently tore apart right now because, well, obviously, like, the head's off of it, so the strut brace is off. All the coolant lines are, off, and although I didn't take the battery out, which is surprising, but oh well. Didn't need to. Just got back from North. Oh, cool. That's fun. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, and we'll see, because my money's being chewed up pretty good from this project. Not that I had any to start with to do this. Like, I should have waited for this. But I've been anticipating so much to be able to at least be able to install the head. you know, and I didn't want to leave it to the last minute for dyno season. Because once I'm in dyno season, I'm very busy. You know, very, very busy. So no moving or growing. Hey, I get that. You know, for me, I'm just like physically tired, you know? Like when you start to do stuff when you're not used to it, you start to get a little more sore and stuff, and yeah. That's okay. It's okay. I'm vibing. I'm chilling. I'm chilling like I'm a chilling. Yeah. Ugh. God. Yeah, and honestly, like, I could have a nap right now. I so could. And, because I'm not really, like, that old. I mean, people know, like, that, because people think that, you know, I'm younger than I am, but, I mean, I'll be 29 in June. So there's that. Um, and hopefully, because we'll see, because it looks like that every weekend in June we'll be working that I know by the looks of it, so might not get to celebrate my birthday properly, but that's okay. That's okay. Welcome to being an adult, right? You're able to take a nap, actually? Yes. I feel that. I feel that in my soul, man. Feel that. But yeah, so it's really brighter here too. Any plans for that turbo yet? I can't afford to get it on, man. Like, that's the problem. And I really should have just asked them, instead of sending me a turbo, should have asked them for, like, control arms or, like, coilovers or something. You know? As opposed to that turbo, because it's been a while and I can't get it installed because I can't afford it. Like, the thing is, don't get me wrong, there are plans, but it's just gonna take a while because I essentially need like $1,000. Oh, 100% custom fab, yeah, because they don't make a turbo manifold for this. And then you'll need to do your oil lines and stuff like that. So, yeah, it is annoying, but it's how it goes, right? It's how it goes. Because trust me, I would love to have that turbo on right now. But can't. Although if I had the turbo on right now, I would have had to do, like, all of this. Because, and then, like, the thing is, I need to get the, is there an aftermarket ECU for an inline 6? It doesn't matter what the displacement of your engine is. You can use an ECU, a tunable ECU from just about any company to utilize it. But the thing is, I wasn't planning on using an ECU. At least not that well. Like, all that I'd want, really, is an MSD box that will detect boost and retard the timing as needed. Like, that would be nice. And then for the fuel trigger, I would just have a underneath the throttle pedal when I do like full throttle, basically. I was thinking of doing that for the extra fuel that I'd need, but at the same time, I might just say screw it and have it on a toggle switch so that when when I'm about to go on, I just toggle the switch so that the fuel comes on, wait a couple seconds, and then hit it, right? So, I don't know, we'll see, because again, I'm not doing injection with it. It's gonna be carbureted. Like, I have a Holley 500 CFM 2 barrel that'll should work pretty well with the turbo, honestly. Should. But the only tricky part is that I'm using an adapter, right? It's through like a one barrel adapter. But that's also why, though, I've thought about saying screw it and actually doing a draw through setup, so I don't have to worry about that, and I can just mount the boost pipe straight to the intake. You know, I've thought about it. Is it a blow-through carb? No, it's just a standard Holley 500 carb, but you can make it a blow-through. But being a draw-through, you don't have to do anything with that, right? So, because, like, my sort of idea is to have, like, the turbo mounted about here in the engine bay. and then have but have it a little bit low, not too low though, and then have the carburetor mounted so that it flows right into the turbo, and then the turbo piping goes straight into the intake. It's my idea, anyways. It might not work out that way, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So it's all gonna depend on what my buddy might want to do with it, because he's the one building it, the manifold for me. So, but he's just way too busy to actually start working on it. So there's that too, because like until I get the turbo manifold made, I can't make any proper plans. That's the tricky part. But like oddly enough though, is so like once he actually has the shop set up and everything, I'm gonna talk to him and see, well, if he would want to do that, and I can just leave the car there. Excuse me, at his shop. So thought about it, but we'll see. To be honest, we'll see. One of my neighbors in the white Z71 Avalanche. It's so nice that this is all done again. Nicely graded. It's lovely. Lovely. But yeah, no. Other than that, like, cause I mean, I could grab the turbo out of the shed. I could show you guys, you know, if you really wanted to. But and that one, cause turns out it's not as big as I thought it was. I think it's a 5548, as opposed to a 77 mil turbo. So, or a 68 mil turbo, I should say. I think it was 68, yeah. And I was worried about that, but turns out I don't think I need it to be. So, it's all good though. It's all good. Cause yeah, like eventually this car will be one hell of a hot rod. But until then, now granted, it's not gonna be the fastest car around, but I don't know, I'll make about 300 horsepower. That's all right. Cause what I want to do, I want to run 10 pounds of boost, through it, and with, you know, like the free flowing exhaust and stuff like that, it should make north of 200 anyways. So it should. With the header on the car, I'm expecting about a 30 horsepower bump, give or take. We'll see though, because like I said, I'll have it on the dyno. The only tricky part is though, is that I've got to dyno it. So I have to dyno it with the small tires before I put the header on it. But that might not happen. I might just dyno it with the small tires and the header and say screw it. But then I could run with the big tires, you know, like another weekend, and it's fine. So we shall see. We shall see. But and then, because as well, like I need some 14-inch tires that are not winters. Because or at least I need one, or actually no, correction, two. So I'll have to look at the junkyards and see what's about. For tires. Because, like, I have a sponsorship through iPull, so I go there a lot, too. That's up in Edmonton. And, yeah, which I should. I don't know. I'll think about doing a trip up there in the next little bit. So, see what's new in the yard and stuff, because I like to go there, like, once or twice a month, typically. Sometimes more than that, because I'm up in Edmonton a lot. So, oh, what is this? Held for review. And just hide that stupid comment. There we go. See, I don't know why the TikTok doesn't just do that. You know? With the lives. And just hold the comment for review, and then you decide what to do with these awful comments, rather than them just, like, censoring it on their own. It's kind of annoying. But, that's okay. That is okay. But other than that, I'm just here. I'm tired. You know what? I might just go back inside and have a nap, I think, for like an hour. And then come back out here and do some work, because I'm exhausted. Honestly, I really am. And there's still more to do. Like, again, tomorrow, you know, I'll be going back to Calgary again. And it's just, ugh. It never ends. It never ends. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. You guys were awesome. Take care, and like I said, I'm gonna go have a nap. So, appreciate you all tuning in. Take care, and expect another video tonight. So, it'll be a walk around video of one of my friend's cars. So, anyways, bye!